Hello, good morning, all of you. Welcome to Lakshya Academy. This is the part 5 of chemical coordination and integration. That means endocrine system. Okay, part 5. In this part 5, okay, in the previous parts, we learned what are difference between nervous system and endocrine system, difference between hormones and enzymes, and next, what are the properties of hormones? We learned in the first parts, in one first part and second part. Okay, then we learned what are the list of hormones secreted by different types of endocrine glands, chemical properties of based on the chemical properties of types of hormones, based on the solubility types of hormones, water soluble hormones and lipid soluble hormones, amine hormones, polypeptide hormones, glycoprotein hormones, steroid hormones, trophic hormones, and gonadotrophic hormones. Okay, we learned those all hormones secreted by different endocrine glands and non-endocrine organs as well. Okay, in this part, our focus is on hypothalamus. Okay, this is what is given in NCERT textbook. Okay, as you know, hypothalamus is the basal part of the diencephalon. Okay, I showed you in the previous parts what is hypothalamus, where is it, what are the parts of the diencephalon, what are the parts of the nervous system. I explained you that in the previous parts. Okay, diencephalon, you can see here, the diencephalon consists of three structures. Okay, diencephalon is a part of forebrain. Forebrain is a part of brain. Brain is a part of central nervous system. Central nervous system is a part of nervous system. Nervous system, one of the division, anatomical division is central nervous system. Central nervous system has two components, brain and spinal cord. In the brain, there are parts are there, forebrain. Okay, forebrain, prosencephalon, midbrain, mesencephalon, hindbrain, rhombencephalon. In prosencephalon, that means forebrain, there are cerebrum is there. The other part is diencephalon. Diencephalon consists of three structures. You can observe here. One is epithalamus. This is hypothalamus. Remove this hypo and epi. Now you get the thalamus. Okay, what are they? Epithalamus, epi, hypo. In between these two, there is a thalamus. Thalamus. Hypothalamus, epithalamus, thalamus. Okay, here our topic of discussion is hypothalamus, which is a part of diencephalon, which is present on the ventral side. That is okay. You can see here in the first point. Okay, it is hypothalamus is the basal part of the diencephalon. It is the basal part of the this is the entire part together called diencephalon. It is the basal part of the diencephalon. This part, blue color one. It is the basal part of the diencephalon. Who is that? Hypothalamus is the basal part of the diencephalon. Okay, next forebrain. Okay, diencephalon is a part of the forebrain. Forebrain is a part of the brain. Okay, in forebrain, one of the part is, another part is cerebrum. Okay, next another part is diencephalon. Forebrain has cerebrum and diencephalon. In this diencephalon, one of the part is hypothalamus, which is at the base. What does it do? It regulates a wide spectrum of, it regulates many functions, a wide spectrum of functions. It contains several groups of neurosecretory cells called nuclei. Okay, in intermediate first year, in 11th standard, okay, you learnt what is difference between ganglion and nucleus. I think you can remember that. Okay, you would be able to recall that. what you learnt in the structural organized animals in the AP textbook. In that lesson, you learnt what is a nerve, what is a tract, 2 marks. And next, what is ganglion, what is a nucleus. Okay, what is nucleus? Okay, the group of cell bodies in the central nervous system. Group of cell bodies in the central nervous system is called nucleus. You learnt, I think, I hope you remember that. It contains several groups of neurosecretory cells called nuclei. Okay, or singularly we call nucleus. Who contains? Hypothalamus contains several groups of neurosecretory cells. Okay, observe here. Okay, these all are neurons, okay, axons. These are the cell bodies. Okay, these all together called nucleus. Group of cell bodies in the central nervous system is called nucleus. Group of cell bodies in the central nervous system is called nucleus. This is called paraventricular nucleus. This is called supraventricular nucleus. Okay, what do okay? You can see here tuberal nucleus. Okay, what is meant by nucleus? Group of cell, group of cell bodies, group of cell bodies, group of cell bodies is called nucleus. Hypothalamus, it contains several groups of neurosecretory. This is one group I showed you here. Okay, this is one group. This is one group. It contains several groups of neurosecretory cells. Several groups of neurosecretory cells called nuclei. Singularly, we call nucleus. Okay, what does this nucleus do? Okay, they produce hormones. The hormones regulate the synthesis. Okay, what do these nuclei produce? The nuclei produce hormones. What do these hormones do? These hormones regulate synthesis and secretions of the pituitary gland. It orders the pituitary gland. They do this thing, stop this thing. Okay, it orders. Like when you are in school or your teachers tell you not to speak or to speak up. Okay, that means they are regulating your duty, your function. Okay, the hormones regulate synthesis and secretion of. Okay, synthesis and secretion of which hormone? Pituitary hormones. Okay, next we are going to study pituitary gland. The pituitary synthesis and secretions are regulated by hypothalamus. That means hypothalamus is telling the pituitary gland what to do, what not to do. It is giving directions. It is the master control over that pituitary gland. Pituitary gland over the pituitary gland, master gland. It is the master control. It is the master control. Okay, the hypothalamus is the master control of the endocrine system. Hypothalamus is the master control of the endocrine system, as its secretions directly control the pituitary gland, which in turn secretes hormones that regulate the growth and functioning of the other endocrine glands. You can see this link up. Hypothalamus is controlling pituitary gland. Pituitary gland secretions, the secretions of pituitary gland regulate the growth and functioning of other endocrine glands. Okay, hypothalamus telling the pituitary gland what to do, what not to do. Then pituitary gland is secreting some hormones, and those hormones regulating the growth and functioning of other endocrine glands. Okay, what is the master control center? Hypothalamus is the master control center. Come back. Secretes a pituitary hormone. However, these hormones produced by hypothalamus are two types. You learned those all hormones in the previous parts. I repeat again here. Okay, I showed you earlier. This is the hypothalamus. Hypothalamus produces total 11 hormones. Okay, three inhibiting hormones, six releasing hormones, and two other hormones. Okay, those two are vasopressin or antidiuretic hormone and oxytocin. What are the remaining nine? Okay, thyrotrophin releasing hormone TRH, gonadotropin releasing hormone. Okay, growth hormone releasing hormone, corticotrophin releasing hormone. Okay, next one, growth hormone release inhibiting hormone, prolactin releasing hormone, prolactin release inhibiting hormone. Okay, total you have melanocyte stimulating hormone, releasing hormone, melanocyte stimulating hormone, release inhibiting hormone. Okay, like that you have these all hormones. Okay, here some are releasing hormones, some of the inhibiting hormone, releasing hormones, inhibiting hormones. Okay, see here. Okay, however, these hormones produced by hypothalamus are two types. What are they? These are releasing hormones which stimulate the secretion of pituitary hormones, and inhibiting hormone which inhibit the secretion of pituitary hormones. Okay, releasing hormone. For example, one releasing hormone has come from hypothalamus, growth hormone releasing hormone, and it tells the pituitary gland to produce growth hormone. Next, growth hormone releasing inhibiting hormone. It tells the pituitary gland to stop the secretion of growth hormone. Okay, inhibiting hormones which inhibit the secretion of pituitary hormones. For example, hypothalamic hormone called gonadotrophin releasing hormone. Hypothalamic hormone called gonadotrophin releasing hormone. Okay, you can see here gonadotrophin releasing hormone. You can see the second one. Gonadotrophin releasing hormone, who is secreting that? Hypothalamus. Who is producing that? Hypothalamus. This hormone comes to pituitary gland and tells the pituitary gland releasing hormone which stimulates the secretions of pituitary hormone. For example, hypothalamic hormone called gonadotropin releasing hormone GnRH, it is abbreviated, stimulates the pituitary synthesis and release of gonadotropins. What are those gonadotropins? FSH and LH are called gonadotropins because they act on gonads. Okay, gonads mean male gonads are testes, female gonads are ovary. On the other hand, somatostatin from the hypothalamus. Somatostatin means, okay, you learned earlier, growth hormone releasing inhibiting hormone, that is otherwise called somatostatin. Okay, growth hormone, you can see here, growth hormone releasing inhibiting hormone. It is otherwise called somatostatin. Okay, this somatostatin come from, okay, hypothalamus and tell the pituitary gland, anterior pituitary gland, to stop the production of growth hormone. This is somatostatin from the hypothalamus inhibits the release of growth hormone from the pituitary. Okay, these hormones operating in the hypothalamic originating, these hormones originating. Where are these hormones? I mentioned here two hormones. One is somatostatin, that means growth hormone release inhibiting hormone, and this GnRH, both are originating in the hypothalamic and passing through the axons. Those hormones originating in the hypothalamic neurons and passing through the axon and released from their nerve endings. Okay, they're released in the, okay, these neurons they are producing and passing through the axon, and these hormones are released into posterior part, and these hormones are released into portal circulation. You learned in first year, okay, what are the different types of renal portal system, hepatic portal system. This is hypophyseal portal system. Okay, they are released into portal circulation. Okay, hormones of pituitary through the portal circulation and regulate the functions of anterior pituitary. Posterior pituitary under the direct neural regulation of the posterior pituitary under direct neural regulation of posterior pituitary and the direct neural regulation of hypothalamus. Okay, that's all in this video. Next video I will continue this hypothalamus.